The detention cell hummed with the sterile blue glow of containment fields. Eva sat cross-legged on the bare metal floor, her breathing steady, her eyes tracking the movement of guards outside the transparent barrier. She had been studying their patterns for the past 3 hours. 4 guards. Rotation every 20 minutes. The one with the orange exoskeleton always lagged. Behind by 3 seconds. 3 seconds was all she needed. You? Seemed remarkably calm for someone facing execution. A voice crackled through the cell's speaker system. Eva didn't look up. Panicking wastes oxygen. Commander Xylith, a Vraxian with silver scales and 4 arms, appeared on the holoscreen embedded in the wall. His reptilian features twisted into what might have been amusement. Fascinating. Most species beg at this point. The Terulians weep. The Haxorians offer bribes. But you just sit there. Would begging change your mind? No. Then why waste the effort? Xylith's mandibles clicked a laugh. I'm beginning to understand why your species is banned from 70% of civilized space. You're all defective somehow. Eva finally met his gaze through the screen. Her brown eyes held no fear, only cold calculation. We're not defective. We're efficient. The commander's amusement faded. You murdered 3 of my officers. They tried to abduct children from the colony ship. I stopped them. Ava's voice remained level, matter of fact. Where I come from, that's called justice, not murder. You tore through reinforced armor with your bare hands. You crushed a Krasian warrior's skull, a species that evolved in 4 times your gravity. You moved too fast for our sensors to track properly. Xylith leaned closer to his camera. What manner of weapon augmentation are you hiding, human? Eva almost smiled. No augmentation. I'm completely natural. Impossible. No natural organism could. I come from Earth, Eva interrupted. We call it home. The galactic community calls it something else. The color drained from Xylith's scales. A Class 12 death world, he whispered. Class 13, actually. They upgraded it last year, after the full survey. Silence filled the channel. Eva could see the commander's hands trembling slightly, all 4 of them. You're lying, Xylith finally said. No species from a Class 13 world could develop sentience. The environmental pressures alone would create exactly the kind of species standing in your detention cell right now. Eva finished. We evolved alongside apex predators that could smell blood from kilometers away. We survived viruses that mutate faster than most species can sequence DNA. We thrived on a planet where the weather systems can generate winds, strong enough to strip flesh from bone. Our oceans contain enough poison to kill everything in this station 1,000 times over. And somehow, we didn't just survive, we conquered it. Xylith backed away from his camera. Eva stood slowly, every movement controlled and deliberate. You want to know how I killed your officers without weapons? I ran, that's all. I ran at the speed a human runs when their adrenaline kicks in, about 12 meters per second for short bursts. Your officers' biology couldn't process information fast enough to react. When I hit them, I hit with the force of a creature whose muscles evolved to fight gravity that would crush most species flat. This is madness. Xylith breathed. This is evolution. Eva approached the containment field. Your people made a mistake tonight, Commander. You saw a lone female from a species you didn't recognize and thought easy target. You never asked where I came from. You never wondered why humans travel in heavy kinetic armor when we visit civilized worlds, not to protect ourselves, but to protect everyone else from us. The commander's hand moved towards something off-screen, likely an alarm. I wouldn't, Eva said quietly. I'm not here to hurt anyone else. But I need you to understand something. Those children you tried to take, they're under Earth's protection. And humans have a saying: we don't negotiate with people who hurt our kids. The Galactic Council will. The Council designated Earth Quarantine Zone Omega-7. They know what we are. They know what we're capable of. And they'll support our right to defend our people because they're terrified of what happens if they don't. Ava's expression never changed, but her voice carried the weight of absolute certainty. So here's what happens next. You release me. You return those ships your people have been raiding, and you never come near human space again. Or ... Or what? Or I stop being calm. Before Xylith could respond, a new figure appeared behind Ava inside the cell, Parker. A tall human male with gray-streaked hair and the casual posture of someone comfortable with violence. He materialized from the cell's blind spot where he'd been waiting in perfect stillness for over an hour. "Sorry I'm late," Parker said, holding up a small device crackling with energy. "Security systems here are surprisingly easy to hack once you understand their language patterns." Xylith's eyes widened. "How did you—" "There were guards, sensors. Were being the operative word," Parker confirmed. "They're napping right now. We used a neural disruptor. They'll wake up with headaches, but no permanent damage. See? We're being civilized about this." Eva glanced at her companion. "The colony ship? Safe and jumping to hyperspace in 3 minutes. All the kids are accounted for." Parker tossed Ava a compact weapon. "Shall we?" The containment field flickered and died. Eva caught the weapon smoothly, checked its charge in a practiced motion, then looked back at the holoscreen. "You were saying something about execution, Commander?" Xylith stumbled over his words. "The Council. You can't just ... Can't just what? Leave? Watch us." Ava's smile was sharp. "But remember this conversation next time someone suggests targeting humans. We're not the monsters of the galaxy. We're just survivors from a world that tried very hard to kill us every single day. And survival is what we do best." Parker disabled the door lock with casual efficiency. "Commander, pleasure doing business with you. We'll show ourselves out." As the two humans disappeared into the corridor, Xylith could only stare at the empty cell. His communication officer appeared on a smaller screen. "Sir, should we pursue?" The commander looked at the data scrolling across his monitors, the effortless way they dismantled his security, the controlled precision of their movements, the absolute confidence in their abilities. "No," he said finally. "Update our intelligence files. Humans are no longer classified as potential targets. They're classified as extreme threat approach with maximum caution." He paused, his scales still pale. "And send a message to all Vraxian ships. Avoid Earth space at all costs. What designation should I give them, sir?" Xylith looked at the empty detention cell one more time. "Deathworlders. And may the void help anyone who forgets it."